Hey guys, it's Michaela and today I'm here with just a little sit down and talk video. So this video we're going to talk a little bit about my mental health and just how I've been feeling lately. I haven't made videos in a couple weeks and honestly I've been doing okay the last couple weeks. I just haven't been able to have a lot of video ideas, but before that I was not doing good, and so I just felt like this would be a good video and that we could kind of talk about what it's like after graduating from college and how, not college, I did not graduate from college, after graduating from high school and what it's like the first year. Because let me tell ya, it's not what I expected. Of course, the path I'm taking is a little different from most people. I'm not at a university, I'm doing community college, so I'm kind of in a weird spot. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. Leaving high school was something I knew was going to be hard on me already. I was the person who did it all. I was in student council, I was in clubs, I was in musicals, I was in plays, I was in music. I was in band. I did as much as I possibly could to where I was at school from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. some days. Most days. Probably about 50% of the time I was at school for that much each day. A lot. And I was the person, I loved interacting with people and doing all this, and then when I went home I was like totally alone and I spent all that time alone. And it was whenever I gained all that energy back so I could go share it with everyone again. I'm very much a mix between an extrovert and introvert. I don't get a lot of energy from being around people all the time, but I love to give to them and be around them and do things with others. But I do have to go recharge. So since I was always busy in high school, I was the kid who I didn't love summer vacation or Christmas vacation. Don't get me wrong, I love summer and I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday, but I liked seeing my friends and I didn't get to see them as much then. So I knew that graduating was going to be really hard for me. And let me tell you, it was harder than I imagined. This summer, it was okay. During the summer, I have a full-time job. It was my second year having it. And I'll have it again this upcoming summer. So I knew I'd be okay. I'd be getting time with, I knew I'd be okay since I had that job. I'd be getting time with people. I'd get to spend time with kids. I'm a teacher. I love doing that. But whenever summer ended, I was supposed to actually go to a university, and I did for a few days. But I was also working for that university, and just some stuff happened and how I felt treated there and how I was alone on my floor. I was the only person on my floor because they made me move early. I had a really bad panic attack, anxiety attack. I'm not sure which one. I don't want to say one and it be wrong. One of those. I can't remember which one's which, because there's slight differences between them. But I had a really bad one. It lasted 3 days of me just sobbing. And I was so unhappy. And I knew it could get better, but I came home and I couldn't go back. And I knew it'd be different, but just my heart and my body could not do it. So I went and got all my stuff and I moved back home. I enrolled in the community college here the week before classes started. So you can imagine that was a little crazy. I started going to community college and I liked it. I really like learning. Learning is something I'm passionate about. I believe we should always be learning. So I liked learning. But no one ever talks to each other in community college classes. And once classes are done, you usually leave. Especially because I'm on a secondary campus for my community college. So they don't have housing there, so no one stays there. And it's a lot of people who they don't want the college experience at all. And I knew I wanted some college experience, but I went through 3 months of feeling like there was no point in anything. I only was happy about 25% of the time, and the rest of the time I was or I was just trying to hold back tears. I had a couple weeks where every single day I would cry because I felt so alone and so lost in where I wanted to be. And I knew that that university was not the answer, and I was happy I didn't stay there after some of the stuff that happened and just how bad I felt. But I also knew that I wasn't in a spot where I was happy either. So I went through that, and then I decided I'm going to move to my community college's main campus in the spring. So I have applied for housing. I've scheduled my classes for next spring. I'm not transferring technically because it's the same college. And I'm going to move there for the spring semester. I'll have some roommates and I'll be around a lot more people, and there will be more activities for me to do. They have a band, they have a choir, they have a theater, they have anything I could want to do there, and so it'll give me more opportunities to still get that creative side of me working. And I'm so excited for it. But I've realized the last month how hard it has been for me to transition into becoming a non-high school student, and for me to leave a school district that I was used to going to every day during the school year. For 13 years, I went to the same school, and it was so hard for me to transition into a life that wasn't a set schedule like school and all of that. And so it made it very hard for me since I was so used to that schedule. And it was crazy. But pretty much the moral of the whole story is I was struggling a lot for a few months, but I'm getting better. And don't get me wrong, life isn't perfect. There are still days where I'm sad, and I wish I was still in high school and hanging out with my old friends. But I'm reaching a spot where I know it's going to be okay, and eventually I'm going to find where I'm meant to be now. And yeah, it's just, this video, I hope it reaches other people who are in college right now that just started, or who are about to, that feel lonely. I just want you to know you're not alone. Like, this is such a confusing time and such a busy time. I'm working 2 jobs right now, and I'm doing classes, and life is hard. Like, it is so difficult figuring out who you are. Like, I know what I want to do, but I'm still figuring out more about myself every single day, and I'm learning to be content with being alone, because you are alone so much more after high school, and it's really, really weird, because normally you're with people throughout pretty much the whole day, especially if you have siblings. You come home to be with people. You're never away from them. But now I have hours and hours every day where it's just me, and I'm not used to that. But it's gonna be okay. Like, give me a high five. You're doing great. And, like, just believe in yourself. You've got this. If you want some future videos about advice for after high school, if you are a senior, let me know. I'd be so interested in doing those videos. I used to watch them all the time, and a lot of them talked about college. They didn't talk about just life. And so I think those would be fun to make. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!